What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary for you. My favorite video. Let me just tell you, my favorite video to make of the year is right here. Because when you strip everything away, when you take away people trying to assault someone's character, when you take away influencers, when you take away YouTube channels, at the core, right, we're all gamers, right? The reason I've had this channel for so long, the reason you've came to this channel, the reason the title made you click this video, it's all because you're a gamer. And today we get to talk about you, right? What you think about this game. And right now, 5.2. That's you. Bars. That is mixed. That is average. But that is none of the things that this game was supposed to be. And yes, you can see my score is blank because my score, my opinion, I don't know that it matters so much right now. Before I tried to give you my opinion, we're going to talk about my opinion in these gamer reviews. And oh, by the way, this is the Xbox store where the game has a 2.4 bars. 55% of people gave this game a single star. Go compare that to Axis Football. Go compare that to Maximum Football. And before you tell me, oh my God, Ryan, those games, they're horrible. They're so bad, I can't play them. It's all perspective. And people don't expect this to be a one-star game. People don't have that same expectation from a single person, 2 or 3 people making a game, or a game that is free, or a game that is $20. Do not waste your time. As someone who thoroughly enjoyed College Football 25, College 26 is terrible. Graphics and customization better, but don't let that fool you. I've never looked at my screen with such disbelief. The offensive line, that's you, Clint, is god-awful. I want you to take a hard look at this comment because this is a summary of everything I talked about. Remember when you were telling me, oh, he's this terrible person, he's this negative person, he's breaking down a trailer, my God, how could he? What I was telling you was the gameplay is broken. The game logic is flawed. And unless you fix that core football experience, nothing that you add into this game is going to matter. Those are facts. And those are facts now that are proven in comments like this. When someone says, listen, I wasted time playing this game. I went through high school mode only to find myself third string. So the concept was I was going to get in these position battles and I was going to win my way onto the field. But because the gameplay is so bad, I wasn't able to do that. I specifically, and I mean specifically, made these points in my content. I said, if you look at this game and you look at the blocking and you realize how bad it is, you understand when it comes to passing milestones, rushing milestones, player milestones, it impacts the gamer, right? If you're giving me objectives and I have to go complete them, and the game isn't functioning as intended, it has nothing to do with user skill. I may simply run out of time in the game. I may simply not have enough drives in the game. I may simply throw a pass that's a screen that isn't blocked well, so I lose yardage and don't complete my tasks. That is why consistency is very important in a football game. And it's interesting that line play gets brought up over and over and over because the line is the core, is the heart of a play in football. When you look at someone here, say waste of money, right? College Football 25, slightly better graphics, right? Expected, right? You expect every year, at least I do as a gamer. We're going to get a new soundtrack. We're going to get better graphics. Let's go back and let's understand that All Pro Football 2K8, NCAA 14, go back to NFL 2K5. Okay, when those games were being built, I need you to understand very clearly the consoles that we have today were not even dreamed of. Like the people that were working on these games were not even dreaming of the technology we have today. And I want you to understand how critical that is, to understand how giant step backwards we've taken are. What are we talking about today? Gameplay is sloppy. Tackling is a mess. Running is awful. All you do is bounce around. The defenders can jump 20 feet. Not worth $70. I want you to look. I want you to look at the last sentence. Please, EA, don't ruin this franchise like you did with Madden. Remember how universally vilified I was for the last 2 years, saying, hey, this game is very much going down the same path as Madden. This is not me telling you that. This is someone else essentially using those same exact words. I will offer again. EA has to use Muppets to give their opinion to the masses because they know these reviews are not going to get anywhere near the number of engagements that Muppets will. Understand that. This, to me, is what matters. How do I study every week and always fail last exam? What is this? Oh, how I've waited. Oh, how I've waited to talk about this. There are people right now that are proving the simplicity in programming is embarrassing. It is astonishing. It is unbelievable that a AAA title can come out and you can go through and you can follow the exact steps, nearly following what is borderline instructions on how to improve your player, and somehow the rubber band based AI in this game does not allow it to happen. You have people that are studying so much that their coaches are losing trust in them, and yet they're still failing the exam they can only improve on by studying. This is what happens when you put out a game that you do not test. This is what happens when you give the game to influencers who are simply happy to get the game, to make content, to generate revenue, that do not care about this person's experience with the game, even if it's 2 stars. This is the mindset of a company who constantly says, just patch it. Just patch it. And I hear that narrative all the time here. Ryan, they've got time to patch the game, Ryan. They can still patch it and make it better. It's not even officially released yet. And you cry to me about it. Let me make one thing very clear. EA Sports sells this game to you early so that you have the privilege. Understand, you are paying for the privilege to play the game 3 days early. That is not a time to beta test your product. That is not a time to get your game out in the wild and say, well, is everything functioning right? Because if not, we release in 3 days, we can still patch it. The game should be released. It should be as good as it can be when people are paying $10 per day, $10 per day early to play it. That is your target for the game release, not the official release when people haven't paid. And when you have a game this bad, it is that mindset of get it out now, fix it later, that creates such an issue. It is consumers that allow companies to have get a game out now, fix it later. Give us what we want now and make it work later. I want it now. I don't care that it doesn't work. And what's happened is EA Sports has taken this to the extreme where they release a broken game that people don't care about to the point that they can patch it later. It might not matter. And EA has found such success in doing this that they are now doing it twice. They're doing it with a college football game. They're doing it with an NFL game. And they've convinced the NFL that they are needed in their space. Go back probably 5 years on my channel. I covered that EA Sports was helping fund studies that were done by universities to prove to the NFL that Madden was making you a better football fan. Yes, that playing Madden made you a more dedicated football fan. It made you more likely to go to football games. It made you more likely to purchase memorabilia, game, and team items. Watch the product. So when you sit and you say, how can the NFL renew? How can the NFL care? Again, you have to look at what's going on. Okay. In our community, you've seen what EA has done by going out and getting these Muppets. Do you think that they don't do it directly to the NFL, do it directly to NCAA at a whole different level? Of course they do. And they've been caught doing it. Because when I did that video years ago, so many of you were angry that EA took responsibility for you loving this sport, you loving your team, you knowing the players on your team, you buying a jersey from the players on your team, when it had nothing to do with it, when in fact, the reality is EA Sports is taking the love we have away from football with this god-awful product that will continue to be god-awful until the community has a voice that is heard. Not my channel, not someone else's channel, but the community. Go leave a review today. Let everybody know what you think about this game. And you know, when I can sit here and go over reviews that tell you exactly how I felt, that say borderline exactly what I said, there is no way that I cannot be back in the week with more commentary.